So hi everybody, my name is Katerina Shapkova. I come from the St. Cyril and Methodist University in Skopje, North Macedonia. I work at the Faculty of Law. Actually, I'm an economist at work in the Faculty of Law, and I have conducted STSM this winter in February. And the title of the mission was Exploring Students' Awareness of Waste Management, Industrial Symbiosis, and Green Urban Development. And today I would like very briefly to share with you my experience there. So what this mission was about, what are the key findings that I have conducted there, and what are the key deliverables that I have prepared as a result of this short-term mission. Okay, about the STSM. So the mission was conducted at the Faculty of Economics in Tirana. This was not a coincidence because I told you I work at the Faculty of Law in Skopje, but we have a business law department and the Department for Economic Sciences. So my background is primarily in economics. So that's why I have chosen this institution. My host was Professor Besa Shahini, which is a full professor at the Faculty of Economics in Tirana, and I'm very grateful for her involvement and all of her participation throughout my short-term mission. The period that I have chosen was 7th till 14th of February 2026. This actually coincides with the with the end of the fall semester and the beginning of the spring semester, because the spring semester in Skopje started 15th of February. So this was actually the last week before the semester starts. It was like a window where I could have traveled. And it was conducted throughout this hour cost action. More precisely, it was correlated with the deliverables of the working group 3, awareness of industrial symbiosis, because my research that I have conducted in Tirana was about the student awareness regarding industrial symbiosis. So what were we working on? We have actually developed a questionnaire. It was previously developed by Besa for another study in Albania, but I have adapted it to Macedonian conditions with regard to the specifics of the student population that I aim to target. It was answered successfully by 167 students from my university, primarily from the social sciences disciplines, so law, economics, business, psychology, social work, social policy, political science department. And the questionnaire was primarily about industrial symbiosis, but also other aspects related to industrial symbiosis, such as waste management, carbon emissions, and green urban development. What were we working with after the survey was completed? We were working with the data. So we had two aims. One was to dive into with exploratory aspects, so more of an exploratory study of what students think and how students feel about these topics. And the second was to use some more advanced statistics and econometrics techniques, such as regression and analysis of the variance, to explore the connection between the answers that we get from the students. These are photos from the Faculty of Economics and my host, Besa. Here I would like to add that besides Besa, during my visit, I also had meetings with other faculty members of the Faculty of Economics, such as Blizzard, he is here, and Lash. They are also members of this working group. So actually, this was very good opportunity to expand the discussion and to arise new ideas with regard to future collaboration, which was also one of the primary objectives of this cost mission. Tirana and Skopje are neighboring cities, but I have not been there for many, many years. So this was actually a wonderful opportunity to explore the city as well. It has changed a lot in the past decade and a half. It is actually the last time I was there around 2010, 2012. So this was actually a wonderful opportunity, not just to work, but also to expand this this regional integration and cooperation that we have of the Balkans. With regard to the key findings that we get from the Macedonian survey, I have presented here some of the conclusions. So some of the things that we realized actually were in support of the industrial symbiosis movement and the green urban development and the need to have more better dedication towards the green economy and the circularity and as a concept. So generally, the students support we realized that the students support and they actually agree, they're aware with that we in the country we need to have better practices with regard to recycling and proper waste disposal. This is we are at the beginning with regard to waste disposal in Macedonia. So we have a lot of things that need to be done. So it's encouraging that the students are realizing this as a priority. They also support the topic that the green urban planning should be is something that is important and that it increases the citizens' well-being. And they support the claim that we need to have more investments in priorities with regard to green urban planning and sustainability practices. Most of the students also are ready to change their behavior with regard to achieving this goal. So we found this to be encouraging conclusion. However, the survey showed that some of the aspects that are connected with the current state of the industrial symbiosis and the green urban development and waste management in the country are recognized as a students as a negative areas, such as the efficiency of the waste system. So they consider that the current waste system is inefficient, which was very important that we have share this as one of the key recommendations within our studies, that we need to have more information with regard to proper management and with regard to industrial symbiosis. Although this was the priority of the survey, we realized that the students demonstrate low knowledge or no knowledge with regard to industrial symbiosis. And we find this as a very strong argument with regard to developing IS courses, IS trainings, and increasing IS awareness within the countries. Also, we had some more general conclusions with regard to investments, climate literacy, urban planning, the role of the citizens, the role of the non-governmental organization, the student organization when it comes to urban planning. What was delivered as a key deliverable from this cost action, as it was stated in the proposal STSM, I have delivered two outputs. The first one was something that is still an ongoing work because publishing is not an easy job. So we have prepared a paper that actually integrates the findings of the survey, and it is already submitted for a publication. We are waiting for the comments from the reviewers. It was co-authored by me and Besa, and also another professor from Skopje, Maria Trpovska-Nestorovska. She is from the Faculty of Economics in the Department of Statistics. Besides this, a policy brief was developed. The policy brief was the aim of the policy brief was more to raise the public awareness with regard to the key findings of the survey. It was published in Macedonian language. The publisher is our university, St. Kirill and Methodist University in Skopje, so it is official document. It was deposited in the library of the university and in the National Library in an electronic form. Just to show how it looked. So it's in Macedonia. I don't know if it's going to be something that you will use it, but just to as an idea what I have done. So I have prepared, it's a 4-pager that very briefly explains a little bit about the survey, about the respondents, about the cost action. Then I proceed with the key findings about how students feel and how students think about these topics. And then I stated the key recommendations with regard to the national authorities, but also with regard to the university authorities, because we have recommendations with regard to how to make the university curricula to be more aware with these topics. In the end, the acknowledgement section and impressum about who publishes it, and also links to the websites of the cost action. I thought that this is something that is very easy to communicate, to have this document as a communication tool, because for me it's easy just to present it in the classes at the students so we can discuss about the findings. It is visible on the website of the university, and it is also deposited in the national library, so something that can be opened by everybody who is interested. And I thought that this is a nice way how to make the cost action to be more visible, because I'm promoting here the results of my work, but I'm also promoting the key the cost action as well. Because the aim of the short-term mission is not just to finish with the work when it's completed. So what I'm working on after the STSM was finalized, after this paper is going to be published, we were thinking about how to expand the analysis and make a comparison between the survey in Albania and survey in Macedonia. Another response that we got from the reviewers is that they are very interested in giving some regional perspective. So it's very difficult to publish a survey-based paper when it comes to publishing results from one country, but it's easier and you can access more better ranking journals when you grasp the regional perspective. So this is something that might be developing in the upcoming months. And the third one that I think it's actually happening, we are continuing the collaboration with the University of Tirana. And it's also one of how I see it, it's one of the key objectives and key aims of not only of the short-term missions, but also of the cost actions. So idea is to make a network and then continue working with the network. And I think that on the institutional, not on a personal, but on institutional level, we are making a progress with regard to strengthening the cooperation with the University of Tirana. We already have some initiatives how to approach other calls, how to work on different papers. So this is something that can be explained as a direct contribution of my stay at the University of Tirana this winter. I would stop here. I had 15 minutes, so I'm counting the time. If you have any questions or comments or whatever you like to share, I'm open for your comments. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Katerina. Yeah, you have perfect timing, just 15 minutes. Very good presentation, very to the point. So this one was only the Macedonian data, as you said, right? But
yes.
You will send it to Albania. So yes. I think that would be very interesting. So I think there is already existing work, like Professor Besa has already the Albanian data, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually, I mean, that is the beauty of these cost actions. I have met her previously in some of the working group meetings, because we are both in the working group here. So it was a discussion that we had. Why don't we replicate the study in your country? So this is like the first step, because it was the aim of this short-term mission too. Because for us it's important, because we want to integrate these topics in more details in the university curriculums. I have prepared another paper. Yes. It's not this, but generally in the country, the uh, sustainability topics, the circular economy, and industrial symbiosis are not very common for the formal educational syllabuses. So this is something that we are working on to have a more circular awareness and industrial symbiosis within the current educational system.
Yeah, especially the business schools, it's missing. Like engineering, they have some like agricultural economics or things like that. They know more. But in business and economics schools, yeah, it's missing.
Yes, this survey was not only for economics. This was for the social sciences department. But it can be done on the all student population. But here, my fear was the representativity is a problem, because you cannot control who is going to answer the question, how it's going to be distributed. So this was like the safer option, because it was important to produce something out of the
Exactly, survey problems. Yeah.
yes. But it's important, and we are. I mean, I'm working on this. I'm working on these topics. This inter the how these topics are covered in the formal education system. Actually, it's going to be my presentation. It's another paper that I have prepared for the workshop in Perea. So I have checked all of the training materials that are used within the formal educational system, but still it's a national based, because for us it's important to have these topics to be more directly involved into the formal education.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you are very right about like it's not covered a lot, only as I said, like some engineering departments working on sustainability, agricultural economics, they know about, but it's totally missing in social sciences. Very good presentation, Katerina. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Does anyone else questions about the topic, about the Katerina's presentation?
May I jump in just one comment? I would like to thank you, Katerina, so much for sharing your insights about the STSM. Actually, it's so nice to see the work being done, because as far as I remember, in the last year, we discussed, let's say, in Pardubice about sharing the regional perspective. And it's so nice that within a year, the work is done, and the promotion of industrial symbiosis is more and more evident. So thanks again.
Thank you, Blizzard. Yeah, definitely. It's very good topic, and it's very good to see this collaboration, I think, especially for the regional collaboration like Macedonia, Tirana. Maybe you will extend it as Katerina said, so it's really great. So then we can continue with the next presentation. Mine will present. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you? Thank you very much for the invitation as well. So I also have my PowerPoint slides, so I'm sharing them. So I guess everyone is ready and waiting for me, so I'll just go ahead. First of all, I'm also, I would like to say, sorry. Thank you also, Katerina. It's also very nice to see the very productive outcomes. So it's nice meeting you as well now. So today I will also share some of my experiences from our actions STSM. I'm Mine Gungormusler. I'm from İzmir University of Economics. And I did the STSM last year in April in Athens, with also one of the action participants, which I will tell now. And also I would like to thank the organizers for the event. I think it's a really nice thing for the experience sharing. So before I will be explaining about what I have done, I would like to include what I'm doing, so why I went there. So I'm actually working on, I'm a bioengineer myself, and I'm working as an associate professor at the Department of Genetics and Bioengineering. So I'm at the bioeconomics sector, basically. And usually what I deal with is more relevant to bio-based products and the wet lab experimentation, actually. So for all my STSMs, what I aim is, and for any visit I complete to foreign countries, what I aim is actually kind of first of all transfer the practical knowledge that the different labs have, and this is how I came across my host Anestis in N2UA. So the more specifically, I work on microbial productions, and currently I'm also working on the bioprocesses from cyanobacteria and microalgae. Also, I've had some studies on biohydrogen and bioreactors. So the second thing I do is actually more computer based. So I I have also expertise, and I know how to do life cycle assessment. So this also makes me more open to collaboration, because I can actually collaborate with almost everyone who is dealing with some kind of production, because LCA is useful in so many sectors, almost in all sectors. So whenever I visit somewhere, I try to also connect this way as well. So also it's in terms of industrial symbiosis, I think it's also really important to show how these emissions are controlled throughout the second generation inputs and also the bio-based productions, because it's not always how it seems. I mean, it sounds very green and sustainable, but sometimes when you actually conduct the analysis, you see it is not actually carbon negative. Even maybe it's the emissions may be higher than the fossil-based production. So sometimes it's like that, but you have to every time analyze and calculate and see yourself. So this is about me, and why I and how I visited Athens was with 5 days between 23rd of April to 29th of April. And I was aiming to contribute to the work of working group 1, 2, and 4. And I guess like not directly one by one, but in each report I try to contribute. I kind of add this expertise as well since then. My host was Anestis Vilisidis. He's an assistant professor at the School of Chemical Engineering, and he also introduced me to during my seminar. He introduced me to other group members from the Faculty of Engineering. And my mission title was Sustainable Biorefineries, Methodologies for Industrial Scale Biohydrogen Production within a Circular Economy Framework. But so it's actually extended than that. And we're now planning on doing some other things with Anestis after this STSM. And so why did I go to Athens, and why did I meet up with Anestis? So my main aim was actually, I already had some preliminary previous data, wet lab experimental data on LCA, and I wanted to first engage with the development of bio-based LCA methodology, because I talked to them and he told me they were already working on bio-based productions and LCA methodologies in different organizations. So they were using a different software than I use. I use a software called OpenLCA, and the database it contains is called as EcoInvent. Maybe most of you already know. And they were using SimoPro. And SimoPro is more like a commercialized version for the LCA studies. So it's simpler, actually. The methodology is also a bit different. I mean, the methodology is the same, of course, because we follow the standards. However, how you create the life cycle inventory for your production is a bit different. And the one that I use is an open source software. So it has more options to kind of like detail your work. And it's a bit more complex. That's why I needed some help. And I asked if they would be interested in such collaboration. Also, the second thing I want to do was, of course, observing their labs for large scale applications, because they also told me they had pilot scale applications for bioenergy production. And also, dissemination of LIAISE is always one of the main goals of all such visits. And sorry. And also, finally, of course, I'm trying to gather kind of like a consortium to initiate grant proposals for large scale EU funded projects. So this was also meeting people face to face is always a better option, I think, for this kind of network consortium gathering. So I have some pictures, photos from my STSM and their lab. So I also included them in my report. So this is on the left side, this is the chemical engineering building. It was such a big building, by the way. It's much, much bigger than what we have in my country. So, but it was very nice. But by the way, Athens was also very nice. A very, very beautiful city. And I think it is the Greek version of my city in Turkey. So I was almost like in my neighborhood when I was staying there. So it was so straightforward and nice for me. And so as you can see also in the above pictures, they had a lot of large scale applications. And what was very interesting for me was actually how they were connecting each reactor to each other, and with very simplified solutions. We even once went with Anestis to some how do you say this in English? To some supermarkets to find like piping and some stainless steel connectors. So I also even had the chance to see it in Greece. So, and this also improved my perspective towards actually engineering applications. So it was also very nice. So what kind of the technical impacts I had? So as I said, the LCA methodology I've learned from them was very useful for me. So we compared the workflows of our two groups of bio-based systems, and our main question was how to treat climate change impacts for biogenic carbon dioxide and also photosynthesis, because it includes microalgae as well. So based on that, we talked about the differences between the softwares, and also I had the chance to exchange this knowledge to how to apply this in OpenLCA. And in the lab, they were already working on some productions. So I had the chance to see how they were dealing with the bioprocessing part of this, and how they apply the increase in TRL in their 1 liter scale reactors to the larger ones, as I showed in the previous slides. So of course, just in 1 week, I was not able to contribute to any wet lab experimentation because it's so short. We were able to exchange knowledge in a practical level, technical level, but this initiated something which I will tell now. And one other thing, as I've already said, I have experience in biohydrogen production, and this is one of my area of expertise. So Anestis told me, sorry, this is next. Here, this is on the right. You can see the announcement that they made for my seminar in the department. So the colleagues from the department attended the seminar where I introduced LIAISE, also my work, and how we can collaborate. This was the meeting. And also on the left side, you can see the Library of Chemical Engineering. So I had the chance there to introduce both myself, my institution, the LIAISE, and how researchers could engage the ones which are not already in the action. So it was very nice because I had the chance to meet other researchers and professors from the same department and university. And also this was, sorry, I started a bit before. So I also had the chance to attend like a small conference there because Anestis offered me to visit there. It was in the city center, another university, and they had the hydrogen conference, which was a big conference actually. There were international participants from even UAE, and it was a nice one for me to attend because I have expertise in hydrogen. So I had the chance to understand what's going on economic wise about hydrogen there. And also I met some other researchers. So I was lucky I was there these periods. So how did I contribute after this? So I already contributed to the report of Working Group 1. So this with this potential future collaborations, I can also keep contributing to Working Group 1 technical synergies perspectives. For business models, so we did the knowledge exchange on circular economy business models for valorizing industrial carbon monoxide streams, and also macroalgae for biohydrogen. And finally, for working group 4, of course, the dissemination activities and networking activities was covered by my seminar in the department. So what are we doing currently? So following my visit in Athens, just 1 month later was our Working Group 2 workshop, you may remember, in Izmir. So Athens, Anestis also attended there, so we improved our collaboration and connection there. And we were already talking about submitting some first like national based grants like TÜBİTAK in our site, and there are some bilateral ones or maybe from their nationwide applications. So to create kind of like a backbone. And then currently we already had some consortium talks with a partner from Netherlands and from Turkey and Spain. We are with also, of course, with Greece, with Anestis and Athens. There is this call from Horizon Europe Circ Bio 06 Bioeconomy Places. We decided to move on with this call because the deadline is already 1 year later. So it requires the applications of a pilot scale in 3 different countries. And one of them should be a Ukrainian partner. So we are also searching for that, by the way. I think we will be able to find it in our network. So thanks to Coast Action and LIAISE, actually. So we're now trying to enhance this. This is one thing that we did. And the next thing is actually we would also have hopefully a collaborative paper on the production of cress. It's an herb. Since they have already this bio-based methodology on LCA with Simopro, we will do a comparison between the LCA application of the herb in OpenLCA and CimaPro, and this production is special because it doesn't use any soil and it has a new technology. So we are also collaborating on that.
Mine, can you tell me production of what you said?
Cress.
Cress.
So
What is that?
it's an herb. It's roka.
Ah, roka.
Tere. Tere ve roka.
Tere or roka?
So cress is tere, but they also use cress for roka as well. So
Tere and roka is different, no?
Yeah, they're different, but we have both inputs from both productions. So like
That's
a
interesting.
generalized herb.
Wow, that's interesting. So I think
Yes,
you
I
can
will.
also present about this because I hear it for the first time. Like it's very interesting, I think.
So it's interesting, you're right, because it's an entrepreneur. It's an entrepreneur from Izmir. They have a special plastic um, container, and they only add like a special nutrient solution to grow
That
these at home.
grow this at home.
It's a home-based system. So it's their idea to start their company. It was their idea to start their company. They already have their startup company, and we're collaborating with them. And then we decided we can also collaborate with Anestis because they have this methodology for bio-based systems. So yes, it's very interesting for me as well. But we couldn't start doing this because he was already applying for so many grants, and he said he will only have time starting from June. So next month we will start. But yes, maybe I can share the company's website. It's called Rodark in Izmir. You can see how it looks like they have, because you can grow cress and I mean tere and roka and all types of herbs in this special system. So we also have a comparison with the already, conventional agricultural way with soil and with this system. So this was our main idea.
Yeah.
Yes, it's special.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And for the people who didn't understand which plant it is, it's like something that you eat with fish.
In a salad.
Yeah, like salad or with fish also. Maybe the Greeks also know it, but I don't know the others.
Because well, actually, thank you, because I don't know the exact, name in English species wise.
I also don't know. I also
Yes,
don't
because there is this baby spinach, and also we have not lettuce, but it's a very
Not
short.
that common in other countries, I think. I mean, I
Yes,
didn't.
also it's very regional.
Yeah.
There is kale, but kale also something different.
Kale is
So,
totally different, I think.
right. Rocket, maybe sometimes they call roca rocket, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about the exact naming. So,
Either.
but we have it in Egypt.
Agricultural engineer maybe would know better.
Yeah, exactly. Or I'll just show a picture. So
Yeah, it's very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you. So hope we will be able to finalize the paper, and you will see also there. So, but the Horizon Europe grant will be, of course, about either the production of a type of biofuel, or in my case, currently, I'm trying to produce spirulina, which is a cyanobacteria, and which can be also used for food applications. So I actually have another STSM plant for this summer. I will discover the production of this from wastewater, which is a really nice case of industrial symbiosis, actually. So we will see, because we already have like 1.5 years to finish the grant submission. We have a lot of time. I hope we will be able to succeed, but if not, it's still very nice to collaborate, because it's also nice to see the same people in the same area doing similar things, but we can be stronger with our connections. So to sum up, I will say I really enjoy. Actually, I'm also the grant awarding co-leader, so I'm very close to what is going on with everyone because I read all the reports basically. So it's very interesting all the time, and also it's so nice to see people are engaging with each other and also having really nice productive outcomes from the STSMs. This is what happened to me as well. So as being an evaluator and also a grantee, I can say what you can do is, of course, not just think about the country that you want to visit. Think about the host, because the host can bring you a lot of opportunities for later. And usually, but it's not always the case, but usually you give a seminar. So in this seminar, you can, disseminate LIAISE, or disseminate your institution, do all of the things together. So you have the chance to talk about yourself and introduce yourself for ways how to collaborate. And if you can plan what you will do next, this can also be introduced in your seminar, so they will know what they can do with you for further networking. And in my case, I was tagged with adjacent events. It was also nice for me because otherwise I think I wouldn't have the chance to attend to this conference. So it's also an opportunity, as long as you're not, doing something completely different than what you're supposed to do from the STSM. So thank you very much. It was nice to be able to share my experiences, and I'll be happy to answer any questions also about the grant awarding as well, since I'm here. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Mine. I think it's very interesting. Like, two presentations are very different. One is more technical, one is more, like the students' inputs, like how
Yeah.
we can introduce these topics to the young generation. So
Yeah.
it's very interesting. And yeah, you are right. Like, if anyone is interested doing STSM, Mine is the right person.
Yes.
So if you are interested, you can ask questions also, how to apply, when is the next deadline, or like how you should write your application. So because she's the
Grant
coordinator
awarding
for,
co-leader.
yeah, exactly. So she's the coordinator for grants, STSM grants. So very good. It's very nice. And again, seeing regional collaboration is great. So Katerina was for the Balkan region, and you are like for the Greece and Turkey. Very, very good. Does anyone has questions for Mine? It could be again like STSM related to
Yes.
STSM. When is the next deadline, Mine, by the way?
It's 15th of June.
15th of June. So there's still a lot of time actually
Yeah.
to write an
Exactly.
application. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
they can always also mail me like from here.
Yeah. And I think you open also later, right? Like another rounds always, I think, right?
Yeah, as until we are out of budget.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
and
Yeah.
also, it's not only STSM, we also have opportunities for virtual mobility grants, because this is also less known.
Yes.
Like we can once working group one used it for report drafting, for instance. This was also nice. We can do similar things even for surveys, maybe also drafting papers and contributing to the action as well. So there are other opportunities. I think you can take advantage of them, because, unfortunately, we're out of time for our project almost. This is the last year. So it
Yeah.
started in 2023, it's almost over. I'm
Yeah.
sad about this. It's been a very nice project,
I think all
actually.
of us are sad about
Yeah.
it, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, we need to start a new
Yeah,
talk.
exactly. This is also something maybe we can all consider. So
Yeah. So yeah, you are already applying for a Horizon. So let's
yeah, hopefully.
yeah.
So hard to complete all of the applications, but hopefully.
It's always very difficult, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much, Mine. If no
Thank
one
you.
else has questions, we can finish the seminar for today. So thank you very much, Katerina. Again, your presentation was very interesting. And thank you, Mine, yours
Thank you.
also. So we learned totally new things,
Yeah.
definitely, like especially for me because it's more technical. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was very interesting to hear the new developments.
Thank you.
So yeah, anyone has questions before we finish? If not, we can end the session for today. And if you have, again, like next time when we have a young research seminar, we are looking forward to your participation again. You can also present if you have finished an STSM or will finish after this deadline.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, this is it for today. So thank you very much, everyone,
you.
for attending.
See you
So
all.
next time. Bye.
See
Take
you.
care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.